up to 40 here if we can. And then we're going to balance as we come in the turn gate. There you go. Right, let's come off the mid track, look to the right, getting for our apex. Get a little more brake in, bring it down to the third. And I want you way closer to that right on my curve now on the right side. Look where I am to the turning cone, all the way to the left side, bring it in. And then I can squeeze in that power. There you go, just hold third gear right here, Brett, all the way up to turn one. And it's light, long brake pressure. Bring it to the near apex. Scanning to the right. Let's bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. There you go, now straighten the wheel out, a little bit of throttle back over the left side, and then we're going to balance. And when I say balance, Brett, I'm talking about just enough brake pressure to light up the taillights. That's all I'm asking you for. But we don't want to brake hard, we just want to balance. Let's start to bring it in, start to bring it in, bring it in, keep turning, keep turning. There you go. Now unwind a little, squeeze in that power, let's get up to fourth gear. There you go, when you start slowing down for turn 3 here, let's go down to third gear. To that clutch, yep, before that turning, there you go, now squeeze in that power, gently roll it in. We're going to go back to the right side, we're going to touch the white line. Right where you feel that drop in the suspension there. That's what we start. Catch that drop in suspension, kind of helps the car stay more stable going through the chicane. Alright, squeezing that power all the way up the hill, looking good. And then light, long brake pressure starting at that first red and white curving. Scanning to the right. There you go, bring it in, keep turning, there you go, a little throttle. Get out to that white line and bring it into our apex. There you go, now unwind, unwind, unwind. Squeezing the power, you got it. Full throttle now, let's go up to fourth gear before the apex. There we go, light brake pressure. And down to the third, right about there. Nicely done right there. Excellent job, Brett. I'm going to have you move over to the... I'm going to have Rod come on up. Rod, we're going to slow our pace down here for just a moment. We're going to gather up and we're going to get a little bit of space. The last car coming by is a silver car, Brett. Alright, Rod, let's get back up to speed here. So let's go ahead and make it for you, Rod, we've been getting up to fifth gear back here. So let's get into fifth gear real quick if you can. Because right at this near apex, for you, you're going to go to fourth gear right there. We're going to click that paddle, push her to fourth. And then we're going to bring it into our apex here to the right. And we're going to go to third. That's the apex for you. And then we just hold third. Stay in the sun. Balance at the brake and bring it in. Flip our apex, squeeze in the power. We're going to get up to fourth gear in that automatic here. And then once you're in fourth gear, you're just going to stay there. Light brake pressure. Bring it into your apex. Scanning to the right. Looking for our apex from fourth gear. Let's bring it in. And then squeeze in the power. Light brake pressure to bring it to the left. Looking to the left for our apexer. We're still in fourth. We're just going to hold fourth here. Bring it in. Start to bring it down to the curving. There you go. Let's do that a little smoother, not so abruptly. The faster we go, the smoother we got to be. Alright, we're going down to third gear right here. We're going to touch the white line. We're in third gear now. We're just going to hold third through this section. We're going to... There you go. Now bring it over to left. We need to balance a little longer. You came off that brake pretty early. That's why you got all that understeer. And then once those tires hooked up, the car wanted to oversteer. So you got to balance a little longer. Got to keep that brake pedal just a pretty gauge there. There you go, Lily. Press the brake there. Feel that front light and then turn in. Try not to just get back on the throttle once you get off the brake. There is a moment we can be rolling there for a moment. Alright, we're getting up to fourth gear before that gate. Right here. Short here, sweet ride. You did a great job, Dominic. Have you move over to the right side? Give you a warm-up session. We'll do one up here today. Alright, we're going to touch the white line. We're in third gear now. We're just going to hold third through this section. We're going to... There you go. Now bring it over to left. Bring the balance a little longer. You came off that brake pretty early. That's why you got all that understeer. And then once those tires hooked up, the car wanted to oversteer. So you got to balance a little longer. Got to keep that brake pedal just a pretty gauge there. There you go, Lily. There you go, Lily. car's going to be a dark red one, just like yours, Rod. Come on up, Bill. Or, sorry, David. We're getting up to fourth gear. You can get a little closer. I'm just waiting for you. Alright, bring it into that near apex right here to the right. There you go. We're going to let it come to the middle of the track. I'm going to slow you down through here because I want you to see this line. We're going to bring it in right at that cone. We're going to downshift. Look where I am to the right, and then I bring it in. We clip our apex. So look, I'm going to stay to the left, and then my nose passes that cone, and I bring it in and clip the apex to the right. There we go. That's the idea. Now squeeze in that power. We're holding third gear all the way up, David. Just hold third gear. Watch this. Turning cone right here. My nose passes, and then I bring it in. I'm balancing. Bring it in. So you go follow me in. Now look, I'm coming to middle of the track. I want you to follow me. There you go. Scanning to the right. Keep that speed up, and then just start to bring it into our apex here. Bring it in, and then straighten the wheel out, and then head over to the left. Look for the near apex. Bring it over to the left. There you go. Now we'll be back at the middle of the track, right about in the middle of the corner. Looking to the left. Let's start to bring it into our apex. Bring it in. We're going to get that apex here. Almost. I want you to get those left side tires on that red and white curve in there, David. We're going to fourth gear back there. There we go. We're going to keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Almost. See that apex to your right? We're pretty far away from it still. You should be able to reach out and grab the apexes on your left. And if you had a passenger in your car, you should be able to reach out and grab them on your right. We're going to go straighten the wheel out. Now start turning. Look to the left. Bring it in. Keep bringing it in. Now unwind. Squeezing the power. Sorry about that moment of silence there, David, on my other radio. Squeezing that power. We're going to go to fourth gear. We're going to stay to the right side here. We're looking to the left. We're going to bring it in, clip our apex, and then we're going to be downshifting to third when that wheel gets straight. Stay to the left, all the way to the left. Now turn it in. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. There you go. Now squeezing the power. Unwinding. There we go. Go up to fourth gear. Brake pressure here as we bring it into our near apex. You might notice that turn 8 is very similar to turn 1, except we add a little more brake to bring it in instead of constant drop. Now just in the third right there, bring it into the left. We're going to stay to the left, look into the right. Wait for it, now turn it in. There you go, we're still just starting to turn that wheel before we get to the turning cone. I want you to hold those hands still until we get to that turning cone. Look, I stay all the way to the left. Then I bring it in once I get to that turning cone. I don't start cheating in before it. That little bit of cheating before we get to that turning cone is what we call an early turn in. And an early in means an early off. There you go, bring it in, straighten the wheel out, back over to the left. Looking good. There we go, scanning to the left side. We're looking for that apex. Look, let's bring it right down to that curving. Start to bring it down there. I want you to touch that red and white curving with those wheels where that cone is placed. There you go, squeezing the power, let's go to fourth gear. It's going to be a little bit of brake pressure up the hill, we're downshifting the third. Right there too, still not quite all the way over to that left side. Whenever you start to turn in and you feel like it's going to go off on the inside of the corner, we're turning in too early. We've got to stay out a little wider, a little longer. So right there, clip the apex, straighten the wheel out, bring it into the left. Bring it back over to the left side. It'll be nice and smooth, so just balancing. We bring it into the right. Now even here, we got to bring it all the way out to the turning cone. Look, I come all the way out to the white line. I brush the brakes, then I turn it in. There we go. Now look at the angle. We can already start unwinding the car. Look at all the room you have on your left side. That's because of that proper turn and nicely done. We're going to stay to the right. Look to the left. And this is the other thing, folks. The tighter the corner, like turn 7, the later have to turn in for it. There we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn those right turn signals on as we come back here. We're going to be exiting the track this time. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring it into turn 8. We're going to stay to the right side once we come into turn 8 here. And remember, once we come into this coned out area here, we are going to be bringing our speeds down to 15 miles an hour. And we're going to make a sharp right here. Make our way onto the paddock. All right, gentlemen, great job out there for that warm-up session. Once you guys kind of start to get those juices flowing again. We're going to be parking these cars right where we got them here on the right side. Remember, 5 feet of space is all we're going to need. And please, if you're in a manual transmission, engage first gear and use that parking brake. I'm going to go ahead and angle my car just a bit to the left here. Once you guys come to a stop and engage all those things I had you do, go ahead and exit the vehicle.
Start recording and Mark finish.
It is.
Okay,
I'm going to ask you to turn the mode selector 2 times to the right. Click the center button slowly 2 times. Excellent, excellent. Alright, door closing on you, my friend. David, can you hear me? Jerry, can you hear me? Thank you. Steve, can you hear me? Steve, testing Steve in the rear, can you hear me, sir? Steve in the rear, can you hear me? Steve B. Steve, can you hear me now? Steve, testing Steve. Give me a big wave. Steve, can you hear me? All right. Let's go ahead and roll our windows up on all sides. Alright guys, release the parking brake. Let's begin rolling forward now. Alright, I'm Rob Nakamura and I'm glad to be your lead follower instructor for this, our second time out on track today. Remember, nice relaxed grip of the steering wheel. Try to put your efforts into looking through, beyond and around that vehicle in front of you. Remember, the car in front of you is of very little consequence. You want to continue scanning left to right on the horizon, looking for our fixed objects, not staring at any one thing. Observing everything, but not staring at any one thing. Our way near that Michelin bridge, and then we'll begin our time out on the track. Remember, 100% focus and dedication to the track. Nothing else matters but the drive. Let's begin entering the racetrack, observing the blend line. Slowly shifting our way up to third gear. Third gear for the manuals, fourth gear for the automatic.
Right now,
Ease off the throttle. Straight into the near apex, looking good there, David. Now let the left tires cross over the seat. Look ahead, we're going to throttle steer now. Light lift of the throttle, nice smooth lift. Don't evacuate off that throttle, but lift off nice and smooth. Up to fourth gear now. Firm brake, downshift, lighten up on the brake, and now, remember, make those first couple moments on the brake really count, alright? Really get that benefit of the brakes by using the firm brake pressure up front initially. Car in the rear, drive your drive, alright? We're going to touch the brakes lightly, David, for balance, as we add steering here. We're going to begin to unwind all the way out to the curving right side to the white line, scanning ahead to the left, recognizing our turning point, brakes to slow, now to balance, left hand to 11 o'clock, continue scanning ahead. Little addition of brake, little addition of steering, look all the way to your left, unwind the car to the left, up to fourth gear now, scanning ahead, recognizing our turning cone on the right but not staring at it. Let it leave your peripheral vision as you turn the wheel nice and smooth to the apex of 6. Slow the car, downshift, now balance. Through turn 7, getting that car pointed down track, unwinding all the way over to the exit curve, rolling into the power nice and smooth. Up to fourth gear for the manual, fifth gear for the automatic. Notice I'm slowing at the braking markers and my tail lights are still on as I balance. I'm no longer slowing. Good car placement. Now let the right tires come up to the seat. At the beginning of the curving, start the downshift. Downshift. Third. Light touch of the brake. Add steering. Unwind all the way over to the left. Now we don't want to touch the exit curve there, alright? So we've got to be more mindful of our unwind, and so that we bring those left tires right to the white line, not quite to that exit curving. Ease off the throttle one more time. Let the car tighten up to the apex. Go straight into the near apex. Reference your reference the seat. Alright, big crack in the ground. Left tires cross just to the right of it. Looking ahead. Ease off the throttle now for a moment. Let the car get to that apex. Bring the car all the way to the right as you unwind up to fourth gear. Scanning ahead. We have our reference, our turning point. Firm brakes initially, downshift, medium pressure, now light, turn the wheel. curving, get all over the second. With a very light brake pressure, right hand goes to 12 o'clock, turn your head. Remember the surface seat, don't look at me. Now unwind all the way over as you roll into the power. Now the right hand should stay fixed at the 2 o'clock position as you unwound and kept the wheel just like that. Now you brake and you balance down, turn the wheel. Turn the wheel enough, you gotta get on that curbing. Right now we're settling for running adjacent to the curbing. I need your tires on that curbing, run the fenders upon that curbing there. The fourth gear, remember very minimal steering input to get to the case where I'm at right now, eyes up for turn 6. Very light pressure, long in duration with the brakes as you smoothly turn the wheel. Looking ahead, thinking about the downshift, braking, downshifting, balancing now, ride the good momentum through the center of the corner. Begin to unwind all the way over. Alright. I'm going to slow it down here. I'm going to ask David to go to the far right. Now David, just go all the way to the right, come off the throttle. And you're going to wait for the blue car, 03 blue, to come on by. Once the 03 blue car goes by you, you may become the last car in the group. Alright, Jerry. We're practicing slowing down from 5th gear to 4th gear in that section. And we're going to ride 4th gear through the engine turning till completion of turning. Let the right tires come up to the speed. And downshift at the beginning of the curbing. Ride the brakes lightly to the turning point. And one more time, we're going to straddle the curbing here at turn 10. Then let the left tires come all the way to the white line on the left. Unwind that wheel. There you go. Notice the tail lights here, but there's going to be very light brake pressure just for balance. Notice my car placement near that near apex zone. Now, let the car settle in the center while scanning through the desert for our apex. We're going to ease off that throttle for that throttle steer. Very well done. You're going to get to that apex once nicely done. Now, we just barely touched the curbing there. Alright, let's try to get a little bit more of that curbing next time, even though that was well done. Now, throttle steer. Unwind all the way over, going up to 5th gear. Now firm brake, slow the car down. Just touch those brakes, that's nearly firming up initially, okay? Try to add that quarter more steering, don't just freeze your hands there. You could have turned the wheel more and got to that apex. Light touch of the brake, turn your head, right hand goes up, 12 o'clock. Unwind. All the way over to the left. Now remember, brakes to slow, now to balance, left hand goes up, 11 o'clock, turn the wheel. You're not recognizing the turning cone. Recognize that orange cone on your left, add brake, add steering. As soon as that cone goes out of your field of vision, we're going to go up to 5th gear. Now here we go. Turn 6. We can see our turning cone and our apex cone like we can for every corner. And we're going to let this turning cone leave our field of view. That's when we're going to turn the wheel. When the apex cone leaves our field of view, we'll begin unwinding. Downshift, then downshift again to 3rd. We could have rolled the brakes lightly. We started adding brake pressure there. That's why the car didn't turn so good. Nope, stay to the left, stay to the left, stay to the left. Don't ever move over until you're told to. 5th gear to 4th gear, balance, light touch the brake, bring it on in. Looking ahead, past me, let the right tire come to the seat, you'll recognize your apex returning. You're going to see the turning cone behind it. So downshift to 4th, or 3rd, excuse me. Shadow the curbing, just like you did last time, let the left tires immediately come over to that white line. Roll into the power, we're going to come up to 4th gear only for the automatics on the straightaway. Manual, you may see 3rd gear. Good, now light touch of the throttle. Loading up those rear tires, not accelerating. Now throttle steer. Good. Straight into the near apex of 2. Let the car, the left tire just to the right of the track. Big lead. Eyes up. Throttle steer. Nice smooth release of the throttle, but look beyond the apex. You're going to see the exit curving. Remember, firm brakes, firm, downshift, start to balance, very instant you feel the tire come off the curb. Light touch the brake right here. Sometimes you need a little bit more, but that should be it. Alright, unwind all the way over it. The steering is going to be left at about 2 o'clock. Brakes to slow. Now to balance 11 o'clock with the left hand. Little addition of brake, little addition of steering, then immediately unwind now. Just keep the car tight there. We've got to let the car come over to the left-hand side of the road. When we leave the steering tight like that, basically we're setting ourselves up for a oversteer type scenario. Firm brakes, downshift to third. 2 downshifts completed. Unwind all the way over to the left. Alright. I'm going to slow you down, Jerry, to the far right. Alright, Jerry, you're going to stay to the right, stay off the throttle. What you're going to wait for is the crystal red 57 crystal red there. Goes by you, then you maybe come the last time through. Alright, Steve. We're maintaining 4th gear now. The right tire comes to the right, left of the seam, eyes up at the beginning of the curving, starts downshift. Maintain light brake pressure till the turning cone. Right hand goes immediately to 12 o'clock. Light touch of the brake, notice the tail lights there. Left hand goes to 12 o'clock. Unwind all the way to the white line, squeeze into the power. Now maintain 3rd gear. Manual, maintain 3rd gear, only auto. Balance it down. Very light throttle to put that weight positively on the rear end. Scanning ahead. We're going to time the throttle stick. Lift off the throttle nice and smooth. There you go. That was pretty close. Now, folks, we want to touch the apex curves. Literally touch them. Get the car to feel like it's lifting up ever so slightly on the side that you're touching the curving. So look over at your apex now, turn your head, and let's get our apex. Touch it, get onto it. That was almost up to 4th gear. Left tire on the white line, recognize the turning cone. Firm brakes, downshift, let the turning cone leave your field of view, left hand goes up. More steering, more steering. Brake, right hand goes up to 12 o'clock now. Start unwinding now, all the way over. Turn your head, recognize that orange cone on the left. Brakes in a straight line now, balance, left hand to 11 o'clock now. Ride the curving, gotta hear that sound, that vibration. Unwind all the way over it, squeeze onto the power. We're going to go up to 4th gear. Very smooth steering through the kink. Looking ahead, we're going to touch the brake very, very lightly. Turn the wheel very smoothly. Firm brake, downshift, start to balance, turn the wheel now. Unwind all the way over as you squeeze into the power. There you go. Up to 4th gear. 4th gear, brakes to slow, now I'm balancing, send the car right in here and let the right tire come to the left of the seat, downshift, and turn the wheel. Car there. David is back. And we getting onto the exit curve, my friend. Mentioned that earlier. I'm mentioning it again. That's a good way to get the car to spin out, especially at turn 10 there. Alright? That's the only place there's a wall. So we really want to make sure we're not using that exit curving because it can create a oversteer type scenario. Eyes scanning ahead, but don't fixate on any one object, not even me. Again, unwinding. Nice and slow. There you go. 4th gear. The left tire onto the white line. Firm brakes in a straight line. Downshift. Ease out of that brake pressure with a very light amount. up. Turn the wheel more. More. Up to fourth gear.
Same pace, I'm right behind you.
Balancing here, scan through that apex, and unwind all the way over. Alright, slow it down, don't rotate though. We're going to stay right here, we're going to do a cool down lap. Now we're going to maintain fourth gear, everyone's going to maintain fourth gear. We're going to travel around at an easy pace, but we're going to try to drive the perfect lap as far as car placement goes. So don't give up, continue scanning, and use this reduced pace to try to have a perfect lap as far as line goes, timing goes. Remember, tighter corners like the 9 and 10 sequence, we got to really work that steering wheel a little bit more rapidly than in other areas, okay? Don't be shy to do so. Unwind all the way to the white line. And observe the orange cone here for turn 1. Don't stare at it. Let it leave your field of view and turn the wheel smoothly to your near apex. Alright, once it's clipped the near apex, the car's going to naturally take a path right into the center. That's totally cool. That's what we want it to do. We want to ease off the throttle. Get the car to the apex and drive straight into the apex of 2. Left tire is past the seam. Scanning ahead. Now it's a reduced pace, so look past your apex. Try to get your left tire to touch the curbing. Lift the car up on that side, the left-hand side. Let the car come all the way over. Look beyond, way beyond that car in front of me. I have my turning cone in my field of view. I have my apex cone in my field of view. Turning cone leaves my field of view. I maintain the light brake pressure until my car goes exactly where I want it to. As your right rear tire comes off this second curbing machine, give me the light brake pressure for balance. Right hand goes to 12 o'clock. Don't stare at this apex for too long. Pick your eyes up. Immediately start unwinding. That's really important. Recognize that orange cone on my left. That orange cone right there, right after these yellow ones. That's our turn in for 5A. It's going to help us be way more consistent in this area. Always ask yourself, where's my next reference? Like here in turn 6, you can see your turn in and your apex. As you turn in for turn 6, beyond your apex, you can see your next turn in. As we turn our head, we see beyond our apex, we see our exit curbing. That's our next reference. And down the straightaway, we see our next reference with braking markers. So always challenging yourself. Now we're going to see the right turn indicators come on. We're going to exit the racetrack this time. Remember, stay on the ideal driving path until you complete turning. Slow it down. And we're going to enter the exit lane here, 15 miles per hour. Sharp right to re-enter the paddock area. Alright, gentlemen, we're getting some progress and we're getting some repetition under our belts, you know. Seeing the track multiple times now, it's starting to make sense, things are starting to click. Taxing back to the building. As we park our cars, it's advisable to roll the windows down. And when we park, please give enough space that you can see the rear tires of the car in front of you touching the ground. Good space between each and every car. When the car is at a full, complete stop, please engage the parking brake on every single car, no matter the transmission type. Parking brake engaged. Confirm that on the Driver Information Center. Show off those beautiful machines and come outside and ask me some questions. See you outside.
A lot nicer day today.
Compared to yesterday, oh yeah. It's beautiful today.
How long is this track?
2.1. 2.2.
So many laps have you got on this track?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. I have a lot.
Yeah.
We'll just say I have a lot.
Right on. Nothing else you'd rather be doing, eh?
Looking across the right, a little bit of throttle, so you're at 3,000 throttle. Did you feel that?
right, keep going to the left. I gotta switch cars.
Oh, shit.
Copy that.
Yeah, it was an awesome ride. You can sure drive this puppy.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Center button twice. Alright, that'll work. What are you doing, closest to? I do. Okay. Alrighty, go ahead and make sure everything's adjusted. I'm gonna do rate check here in just a minute.
Thanks.
Alrighty, folks, quick radio check here. Steve, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. David, got me? And Jerry. Jerry, you got me back there? Jerry.
So you got anybody with him?
No, I don't want to go. I don't know. I'm okay.
All right, Jerry, you got me back there? Perfect. David and Steve. All right, perfect. Go ahead and get both windows up there for me, folks. Alrighty, folks, so make sure helmets and seatbelts are fastened. Got those mirrors adjusted, got that climate control set, radio volume adjusted so you can hear me loud and clear. Alrighty, folks. So, Jerry, make sure you get all the way down into manual mode. Steve, David, make sure you get those. Go ahead and get a rev match on. And then we're going to be making our way up to the track here. Alrighty, folks, so now's the time to focus. We need 100% focus 100% of the time. We just got done with those demo laps, but still, we need to still drive at our capabilities. You know, we don't want to come out here and drive over our heads. Jerry, make sure you get that passenger window up for me there. Ready, folks, go ahead and make any of those final adjustments here right before we roll it on track. Alrighty, let's go ahead and roll on out here. Work your way up to third gear. Making our way to turn 1, near apex. Steve looking across there at that right hand side. You can see that apex of 1. Fly brush those brakes there, balance that car. Start moving those eyes to the left. See that apex 2 there? Come out that left hand side, breathe off that throttle, use that throttle steer there. Looking across there to that right hand side, looking through the corner here, pick up that apex of 3. Start moving those eyes back to the left here for me. There you go, let's get down to that apex. There you go, nice job. And let that car come out all the way almost with that exit curve in there. There you go, nice job. Squeeze it back onto it here. Long duration apex here in 5A. Use that curving cone to come. Going, you just utilize that last little bit of exit curving there. There you go. David might have turned in a little bit early there for 5 feet. Remember, you gotta be patient waiting those turner points. Slowing that car here. 7, looking down that straightaway, looking right. Down the straightaway, looking through the corner. We'll unwind. Start squeezing back on. So David, a little bit early there. For 7 also, so remember, you gotta be mindful, be patient for those turning points. Light, long, braking here in 8. Alright, we'll start looking for that apex 8, turning for 9. And then here in 10, we can straddle this curving. So we'll have that curving go right down the center of the car. There you go. So in turn 9, all of us, you just need to wait a little bit longer there for that turn in. Just a little bit early there. So we can work into that next time by when we get to turn 9. You know, same thing out on the track. You know, all these turn cones, they're there for a reason. You know, we gotta wait for those. Gotta wait for those turn points. Alright, Steve, looking to the right. Look through the corner here. Look through 3. Pick up that apex. Brake as we land. Suspension gets compressed there. Okay, looking up the hill here, making our way to 5A there for me, Steve. So let's work on 5B. Be patient. Let that car come out here to the left. It's almost on that entrance curving. There you go. Looking a lot better through there. Turn 7. Looking right for me, Steve. Looking down the straightaway. Looking through the corner here. Working, getting those hands at 9 and 3. 9 and 3 hands there for me, Steve. Right hand's a little high on that wheel. Light, long, braking here. Now, when we get into turn 9, everybody's got to be a little bit more patient here, waiting on this turn-in point. Wait on that turn-in. Wait for it. leave that throttle through here. Now work on that throttle steer. Breathe off that throttle right there. There you go, looking to the left. Breathe off that throttle right there. Use that throttle steer. There you go, nice job. Alright, start squeezing back in that throttle here. There you go, Steve, nice job. Make sure you get that downshift done. Looking right. Looking through the corner here. Pull those eyes back to the left here. Nice job, looking good here. Now long duration apex, using this curving cone to cone. Let that car come right to the left and start turning it for 5 Ps. There you go. Down to it. Now we can utilize this last little bit of that exit curving there. Making our way to the key. Then looking down the straightaway here, looking right. Alright, Steve, I'm going to have you slow it down here on this back straightaway. We are going to do rotations. So Steve over to the right, and then David and Jerry come on up. Steve, you're going to weigh in that 102 yellow there for me. Steve, David, Jerry, come on up. David, Jerry, come on up. Keep coming, keep coming. There you go. And then Steve right behind that 102 yellow. Alrighty, let's get back rolling here. Stay in line for me, David. Gonna wait on that turn in here for 9. Go and keep it on the left hand side. And looking back to the right, straddle that curving. There you go. Unwind. A little bit too much of an unwind there for me, David. That's where you find a lot of these exit curvings. We can be a little bit closer to those near apexes there also. We're looking right, apex of 1. There you go. Just make sure you move those eyes sooner because you're picking up those apexes real late, and that's why you have a lot of input there towards the end. So you're already looking left, looking through the corner here. Slowing that car here, looking right there for me, David. Move those eyes, wide brakes the balance. I'm going to get right on down to that apex. Take as we land, suspension gets compressed there. Go looking up the hill here. Long duration apex, using this curving cone to cone. Let it come out to the left. Wait on that turn in there for me, David. There you go. Just a tad bit early, but a lot better through there. Now, Jerry, we're a little late. Right, David, start looking to the right, looking for that apex. Make sure you get those downshifts done. Look down straight away. There you go. Nice job, they're out of 7. Now we got this near apex here for 8. Light long brake in there, there you go. Now here in 9, be patient. Apex at 8, turn in for 9. There you go, nice job, much better through there. And then, Steve, in turn 9, we just got to get that downshift done a little bit early. You know, a little bit late on that downshift there going into 9. Hey, David, breathe up that throttle right there. Use that throttle here. There you go. There you go. Nice job there. Let's get our downshift done here. Looking right. Look right for me, David. There you go. Let's work on 5B here. You know, we're almost to the engine's curving there. Light brush those brakes. Let me turn that wheel down to that apex. There you go. Nice job there. Much better through there. Nice job there, folks. Into the kink. Down that straightaway there for me, David. There you go, nice job. So we're going to have you slow it down there for me, David, here on this back straightaway. Over to the right for me. So David, all the way over to the right and slow it down. Slow it down for me, David. Jerry, stay behind me. Jerry, behind me. Steve, keep on coming up. So I got Jerry, Steve, and then David behind that 03 blue. David, 03 blue. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get back rolling here, folks. Jerry, looking right here. Apex, there you go. Jerry, barely breathe off that throttle there. Use that throttle here. There you go. Nice job. Looking good there, Jerry. Getting that car slowed. Make sure you get those downshifts done. Looking right. Balance those brakes. Long duration apex here, Jerry. So use that curving cone to cone. And then here in 5 feet. Wait for that turn. Wait for it. Looking for the kink. Alright, so we're gonna slow it down here. We're gonna get gathered back up. Harry, keep on coming. Steve and David, keep coming. Alright, Steve and David, keep coming. Jerry, let's get back rolling here. David, we're finding a lot of that exit curving out of turn 10 there. So you got to be mindful waiting on those turn-in points. Turn in early there for 10. So make sure you come around turn 9. We're setting up on that left-hand side there. And make sure we're not turning early there. look through this corner here. Looking back to the left here for me, Jerry. Long duration apex. There you go, looking good here, Jerry. Looking for the kink. Look across here, looking down the straightaway. Front straightaway, we're going to go ahead and slow it down. We're going to begin our cool down lap. And David and Steve, keep on making your way around here. Again, pick those eyes up. Jerry, I'm going to have you pick up that pace a little bit here. Alrighty, Jerry, I'm going to have you bunch up this line here a little bit. We're going to pick up that pace a little bit here. Alrighty, looks like we got the group back together. So I'm going to pick up my pace a little bit here. You know, we're on our cool down lap. So on this cool down lap, perfect time to be working on using that visual scanning, you know, waiting for those turning points and getting to our apexes. Also using those light brakes of balance here. Up in 5B, good area to work on. So you get around that second apex cone there, 5A, let it come out to the left. So that turning cone there for 5B is on the left hand side. You know, I want to make sure we get all the way over to that left hand side there, out of 5A, over there for that turn for 5B. And you know, we're already looking to the right there. You know, we need to be picking up that apex there for 5B. And that will unwind. Alrighty, folks, so we're going to go ahead and turn those right turn signals on for me. So right turn signals on here for me, folks. We are going to be exiting this time. I'm going to be backing down my pace here a little bit more as we're getting ready to exit the track here. And then just go ahead and fall single file here, folks. As we come across the paddock, we want to keep those speeds down 10, 15 miles an hour. Good target area to be around 10, 15 miles an hour. And just be mindful of a lot of traffic going through here, so please be aware of any other vehicles or anybody that may be walking up here. We'll just go ahead and roll through here as a group. going to be parked around the corner of the building here. Now once we get to a stop, make sure you leave about 5 to 7 feet from that car in front of you. Also, make sure we get those parking brakes on after we bring those cars to a stop. Parking brakes on. If you're a manual, you shut them down, go ahead and select the gear. We'll go ahead and hop on out and have a debrief here. Nice job out there, folks.
Go stand in front and it'll take a picture of you.
David, can you hear me, David? All right, thank you there, Mike. I see your thumbs up there, Steve. All right, so go ahead and make sure our windows are rolled up nice and tight on both sides. Gentlemen, we're going to be departing here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and release our parking brakes. Alright, let's begin rolling forward now. Manual drivers, please make sure that the active RevNat system has been activated. Make sure that gear selector on the driver information center is no longer white in color, but is orange or amber. Continue to build upon the processes of which we were taught the past basically 1 3/4 days so far. Let's really try to cement these processes into our thinking processes. Nice, relaxed grip at the 9 3 position. Left foot to the dead pedal, the fixed pedal. To the far left of the clutch or the brake. Doesn't matter what kind of transmission car you have, you want to utilize that feature. Now we're going to place ourselves into pit lane here, and we're going to let that other group go ahead and get some space from us. Just remember the car in front of you is of very little consequence. Always scan ahead for your own reference points. The turning cones, the apex cones on the curbing, any easy to spot geographical features. Folks, always minding the blend line, never cross the white dotted line as we begin to enter the racetrack now. For the manual cars, we're going to make our way up to 3rd gear. Automatic as well, and then the automatic will then eventually make its way to 4th gear. Scanning ahead, we're going to ease off the throttle as the car tightens up to our apex. Get to that apex. Couple feet away from that near apex zone, looking great now, David. Now let those left tires come to the scene. Throttle steer now, look ahead. We're going to scan ahead out towards that exit curbing. Unwinding all the way over, getting up to 4th gear. Firm brakes, downshift, start to balance, very light on the brakes. Unwinding. Remember the light touching the brakes when we land in the dip. Scanning to our left out of our driver glass. Remember, be patient, let the car turn. Now, as soon as you come off that curbing there, we have to add the steering input. One more time, firm brakes, medium, very light now, add steering. Recognize the turning cone on the left. Add a little bit of brake, a little addition of steering. Squeezing into the throttle now, nice and smooth up to 4th gear. Turn the wheel nice and smooth. We kind of jumbled up that because we didn't unwind off of turn 5 as best as we could. Light touch of the brake as we downshift. Scan ahead towards that exit curving. Bring all the way to the left as you roll into the power with the ball of your foot. Up to 4th gear here. Braking ahead to the braking markers on my left. Stay on the left, front brakes in a straight line. Kind of ease out of those brakes so we can get nice and close to the steer apex. Now you're looking at me way too much. Look ahead, look for your references. It says the downshift, downshift, balance here. Notice what I'm doing, light flash of the brakes there, have those front tires grip. Alright, we touched a little bit of exit curving there, David, so we did really good through that sequence. We just got a little aggressive on our unwind. Looking ahead, remember the throttle steer takes some time to activate, so lift off that throttle nice and smooth. Good, great actually, well done. Let the left tire hang up the seam here. Ease off the throttle. Unwind all the way over. Remember, we want to stay off the exit curving, right next to them, but not upon them. Remember, balance, balance, balance. Brakes when we land, not beforehand. Get the curving with the white cone, get all over the second, the apex cone. As soon as your right tire comes off the curve, light touch the brake, add steering right here at 12 o'clock or so. Be patient. Start to unwind now, unwind all the way over to the curving. The right hand should stay at 2 o'clock on the steering wheel. We're going to get the wheel straight as we brake in a straight line, then balance. Left hand up, turn the wheel, more. There you go. Now remember, look past the apex and bring the left tires all the way over to the curving. We're going to push to the king with the left hand up, just slightly, there you go. Now very light pressure for a long duration here to turn 6. Looking ahead, thinking about the downshift that's to come. Slow the car, downshift, balance now, look through the corner, and unwind. There you go. Alright, we're going to slow it down. I'm going to ask David to go to the far right. David, to the far right. Stay to the right there, my friend. And you're going to wait for the 5.7 crystal red car. That car goes by maybe the last time through. Up to 5th gear on the straightaway there, Mike. Now downshift to 4th in that braking zone, then turn 8. Let the right tire come up to the seam here as we scan ahead for our next set of references. Slowing down, starting the downshift at the beginning of the curve, balancing smooth, turn 9 here. Remember, a little addition of brake, a little addition of steering, so getting those front tires to grip up so we can ask that car to make that sharp corner. Throttle there now. Alright folks, just remember to get the downshift done earlier at turn 9. Turn 8. We don't want to be doing that at turn 9. Really want to start the downshift at the beginning of the curving for turn 8. Now throttle steer, ease off that throttle, nice and smooth. Nice smooth lifting throttle, unwind all the way over to the right. Bring the car over to the left. Firm brake. Firmer. Medium. Light. Now unwind and squeeze down on the throttle as that wheel gets straighter. There you go. That was looking very, very good. As soon as that right tire comes off the curving, balance and add steering. Unwind now, bring it all the way over. Right hand stays at 2 o'clock, doesn't change. Front brakes in a straight line. Now balance, left hand to 11 now. Car comes to the left, little addition of brake, little addition of steering. 10 to third, maintaining that light brake pressure for balance. Now we didn't slow the car down enough, so we had to add more brakes there. That's why we kind of hurt our momentum through that corner. Also, we typically don't want to be adding brakes in the middle of the corner, and that's also a way to induce a brake induced oversteer. We shift too much weight to the front end with all that steering required for turn 7. It's very easy to get that rear unsettled. So pay attention to the curbing, downshift, balance there. Third car in the group, do the same thing. Recognize that turning curbing, left hand goes up. Unwind. Go up to 4th gear on the straightaway. Now we're going to touch the brakes lightly. Light touch of the throttle, shifting away to the rear end, looking ahead. We're going to throttle steer. Remember, the throttle steer is a lift off the throttle, so we have to lift off the throttle, let that car change direction. Alright, that's what we need. Got a car to point front. Look ahead, scanning ahead, we can see our next reference, our turning point for turn 3. Remember, firm brakes, get that car to slow down, downshift, ease out of the brakes to a very light amount. There you go. Brakes when you land, skip the curbing, tires all over the curbing, and looking to the left, right hand up. All the way over. Continue scanning, shifting eyes to the left. Always shifting eyes left to right. Firm brakes. Now balance. Add steering. Just a little late there. I gotta recognize the turning cone on my left. Recognize that cone. As soon as it leaves your field of view, turn the wheel. 4th gear, then 5th gear here. Another light touch of the brake here. Right, slow the car down. Downshift. There you go. Unwind. There, that was much better. We weren't adding brakes in the middle of the corner. That's much better. We're going to slow it down just for a moment. Don't rotate. No, please don't rotate yet. Get behind me. We're going to have the group gather up here. We're going to do one more. Here we go. Going to get up to the 5th gear on this back straightaway. We're going to downshift to 4th gear to braking markers. Let the orange cone leave our field of view. We're going to get nice and close to this white cone. We're not going to move the steering wheel around a bunch. We're going to let the right tires get past that seam on the right, steering ahead. Downshift, balance, stay to the right. Looking good, up to 4th gear here. Remember, very light touch of the brake and very light touch of the throttle. Once again, managing the weight, the load on the vehicle. We're going to ease off the throttle now, let the car turn in. Remember, throttle steer needs to lift off the throttle. We can't just add steering there. That's why we missed that apex again. Scanning ahead, nice smooth lift of the throttle. As we look towards our exit, proceed to unwind and up to 5th gear. Firm brakes, downshift, medium brakes, light, very light as we turn. Unwinding all the way over. All the way to the left, look through the apex and let the car come all the way over to the exit curving. Now we didn't quite use the balance like we needed to, that's why we ended up all over that exit curving. We're going to slow it down here. Just caught another group. Alright, my group, we're going to gather up and we're going to do a rotation. Alright, and we're going to pass the group in front of us. So stay to the left right now. We're going to Have everyone stay to the left. Alright, we're gonna ask Mike to go to the far right. Mike to the far right. No, not David. Alright, you're gonna look for David's car, the 35. Light touches brake here, downshift to third. Maintain that light brake pressure as we add steering. Light touches brake, add steering. Let the left tires come all the way to the white line as we squeeze into the power now. Manuals, keep it in third gear. Keep it in third gear, manual cars. We're going to balance. We're going to get ourselves just a couple feet away from that white cone. We're going to touch the throttle lightly, looking across and maintaining balance and easing off the throttle. Light tip to the brake. Good. Now let the left tire cross the feet. And remember, we're going to throttle steer now. Let the nose point at your apex and to your exit. There you go. Nice and roll into the power all the way over up to fourth gear. Good. Bring the car to the left. And remember, firm brakes. Downshift. Medium. Very light. Maintain light as you turn pressure. That light brake pressure is so key. Good. Right tire comes off the curving there. We add light pressure for balance, adding steering. Try not to be captivated by the apex. Let's unwind. Recognizing our turning cones, this orange cone. As soon as it leaves your field of view, left hand goes to 11. Almost 12 o'clock. There you go. Very good. Light brake, add steering. Downshift, balance. Unwind. There we go, we're going to get it up to fourth gear. That's a very good unwind. Do a very good run down the straightaway here. So firm brakes in a straight line, get that car down. Transition to lighter pressure, down. Keep our eyes up, remember at the beginning of the curving, start the downshift. All the way over. Now, way too much into the curving there, David. Way too much. You gotta think about how much we're squeezing onto the throttle or how quick we're unwinding. One of those two things gotta be reduced. Probably both of them. Alright, we don't want to get on that exit curving that much. Close to your near apex now, Steve. Looking good. Left side across the seat. Keep your mind on the next thing. Where's your next reference? Ask yourself. Oh, there my apex is, but where's my next one? The exit curve. There you go. Good job assessing that. You needed throttle steer there. A little late for perfect execution, but well done. Good choice. Now, just like last time, firm brakes, downshift, medium pressure, maintain light brake pressure so that car points where you want it to go. Race when you land in the dip, not before. Balancing, adding steering. Don't stare down at this apex for too long. Pick your eyes up and just work that wheel back to straight. Get all the way over. Barely any steering left in it. Gonna keep it fixed to the left. Front brake. Balance now. Left hand goes up while balancing, so you know you're gonna run over that curving. Unwind all the way over. Firm brakes, downshift. Now remember, look through your apex and try to unwind all the way over to the last third of the edge of the curve. We could have balanced a little bit better, but your unwind was looking. I'm going to ask you to move over to the far right there, Steve. let the blue car, 108, go by you, please. Come off the throttle, just wait for the 108 blue car to go by you. Alright. So, what we're going to do now on this lap here, when we get onto the front straight, we're going to do a cool down lap. Alright, so everybody's going to put it in 4th gear. We're going to maintain 4th gear. We're just going to let air get to all the systems. We don't want to run up on the exit curbing. Both David and Mike refrain from going on the exit curbing because that is a painted surface. The loaded side of your car, so like this, we're turning right. The loaded side is on your left, which in that case, the turn 10 is the same, and your loaded side's on paint. So we don't want to do that. We want to avoid that as much as possible. Try out the throttle steer. Even at a low rate of speed, it works just the same. Get to every apex right now, guys. Let's work on perfection, okay? Let's touch every apex. Let's hear and feel the sound of the curbing underneath our car. Stretch your field of view at this relaxed pace, knowing we got good space between one another. Stretch your field of view. Where can I see my next reference? In the chicane, can you see your apex of 4? You should be able to. At the point you touch the curbing on the exit of turn 4, can you see your turning zone? You should be able to. As you approach the braking zone for 5A, can you see your next turn in? Called stretching your field of view. Look beyond this apex at 5B to your exit curbing, and from the exit curbing, what can you see? I can see the kink. As I approach the kink, I can already see turn 6. And as I approach turn 6, slightly turn my head, scan down the track, and look what I can see. Turn 7, reference cones. Now try to do it one more time. Balance, get the car pointed, unwind, roll into the power. Very well done. Turn on our right turn indicators this time. No, the hand doesn't go back to 12 o'clock. Stay at 9 and 3. Car directly behind me, hands at 9 and 3. There we go. Don't give up now. Keep it as much of a program. Install this into our habits as much as we can. Trust me, that airbag ever goes off, you're going to want those hands at 9 and 3, not at 12 o'clock. Trust me. Light touch of the brake. We're going to downshift, and we're going to bring it down to 15 miles per hour. You driver pick appropriate gearing to taxi back to the building. Very well done, gentlemen. Very well done. Is it perfect? Nope, it never is. Perfection is just a fleeting quest here. But we always keep trying. Always getting better. Always making progress. Now remember, good space between each and every car here, please. Good space between each and every car. You should be able to see the rear tires of the vehicle in front of you touch the ground. So as I come to a full complete stop, give good space to each and every car. Parking brakes engaged, please, no matter what kind of transmission you have. Engage those parking brakes. Shut off those beautiful machines and come outside and ask me some questions.